Welcome to Reader Channel episode 1.26. This episode I will read. Book 4. Management of Natural Protected Areas and Management of Coastal, Island and Marine Natural Resources Section 1. Natural Protected Areas. Chapter 1. General Provisions, from Article 348 to Article 353. Article 348. Purpose. This section aims to ensure the management, protection, and conservation of natural resources sustainably to preserve cultural and natural heritages, an abundance of natural resources, and biodiversity, ecosystem function and services, and living thing evolution to support income, sources, food, and daily consumptions for local community people to contribute to the support for development, economy, society, culture, and environment. Article 349. Scope. This section shall apply to management, protection, conservation, and development in natural protected areas in compliance with the provisions of this code, as well as government policies and international legal instruments to which the Kingdom of Cambodia is a state party. Chapter 2. Responsible Institutions. Article 350. Responsible Institutions. 1. The Ministry responsible for Environment and Natural Resources and Subnational Administration shall be responsible for managing natural protected areas in compliance with the provisions of this code. 2. Roles, responsibilities, and specific collaboration of the competent ministries or institutions and subnational administration concerning natural protected areas shall be determined by the Royal Government. Article 351. Roles and duties of the ministry responsible for environment and natural resources. 1. The ministry responsible for environment and natural resources shall be the government's Secretariat in managing and conserving biodiversity and using natural protected areas in the Kingdom of Cambodia. 2. The ministry responsible for environment and natural resources shall have the following duties. A. Develop drafts of national policies, national strategy plans, management plans, legal instruments, and technical guidelines for managing natural protected areas. B. Research, assess, and demarcate natural protected areas borders for registration. C. Develop forest cover mapping, watershed mapping, and each official natural protected area mapping. D. Propose modification for any natural protected areas as required by the Royal Government or in compliance with international legal tools to which Cambodia is a state party. E. Assess and classify types of forest, fishery, and biodiversity resources in natural protected areas. F. Research, collect, compile, and create a forest, fishery, and biodiversity resource database. G. Educate, disseminate, and promote public awareness to preserve and protect natural resources in natural protected areas. H. Act to control, research, prevent, and crack down on natural resource crimes, build the cases following applicable procedures, and act as a civil party unit to claim compensation for damage and restore natural resource damage before the competent court. I. Develop capacity and provide technical support to subnational administration and local community in managing natural protected areas. J. Inspect, monitor, and evaluate the management of natural protected areas. 3. The ministry responsible for environment and natural resources shall have an expert unit responsible for natural protected areas as a secretariat for natural protected areas management. The specialist unit responsible for natural protected areas shall be determined in a subdecree. Article 352. Roles and responsibilities of subnational administration. 1. The subnational administration shall have the role to manage and conserve biodiversity and ensuring the use of natural resources in protected areas in its jurisdiction in compliance with national strategic plans, legal instruments, and technical guidelines for natural protected area management and provisions of this code. 2. Subnational administration shall have the following roles and responsibilities. A. Ensure sustainable management of natural protected areas and increase reforestation on degraded or empty forest land. B. Develop and implement a natural protected areas management action plan in its jurisdiction. C. Take actions to control, prevent, research, and crack down on natural resource crimes in natural protected areas and take cases to court following applicable legal procedures. D. Prevent and take actions against all activities that damage or adversely impact natural protected areas, including but not limited to cutting, excavating, invading, or Encroaching forest land, flooded forests, mangrove forests, seagrass, coral reefs, harvesting of timber and non-timber forest products, fishery, water pollution, poisoning, using chemical substances, disposal of solid or liquid waste into water. Or on land or underground, using electrocution equipment, polluting biodiversity resource center/surrounding, forest fire, swampland fire, nomadic agricultural farming, importing pest diseases and alien animals, plants, or plant seeds. E. Control permit and another document as provided in this code. F. Control all exportation and importation of animals, plants, plant seeds, and samples. In natural protected areas. G. Support local communities' traditional and customary use of natural resources in conservation and sustainable use zones. H. Provide permission principles and recognize natural protected area community establishment in sustainable use areas and community areas that receive approval from the ministry responsible for environment and natural resources. I. Manage and develop natural protected area communities and eco-tourist communities. J. Educate and disseminate information to raise awareness among citizens about the importance of biodiversity management and conservation, environmental restoration, and sustainable use of natural resources. K. Mobilize resources to support biodiversity protection, conservation, and restoration. L. Cooperate with relevant ministries or institutions, development partners, national organizations, international organizations, civil society organizations, and generous individuals to strengthen capacity for management, conservation, and development of natural resources. 3. The government or the ministry responsible for environment and natural resources shall have the right to transfer additional functions or modify other transferred functions concerning the management of natural protected areas to subnational administration. 4. Allocation of functions, roles, and duties to each administration of subnational administrations should be determined by subdecrees. 5. Subnational administration shall have the unit responsible for natural protected areas management as a secretariat to manage and conserve natural resources in natural protected areas within their jurisdiction. Article 353. Limitation of rights of subnational administration. Without permission from the royal government, the subnational administration shall not decide on the following tasks. A. Permission to cut, excavate, invade, clear the forest, burn the forest land to build houses, huts, halls, possess the land, or plant crops in naturally protected areas. B. Permission to build all types of physical infrastructure in natural protected areas. C's sale, rent, gift, or transfer of land tenure right in natural protective areas, whether in part or whole. D. Permission to explore or commercialize all types of mines and stones and excavate and take them from or into natural protected areas. Thank you for listening. See you in episode 1.27. Bye for now.